So I'm here with one of the bramble family. This is a plant known as Rubus caesius, or the dewberry. It's very closely related to our blackberry. You'll often see this by watersides and hedges and thickets. It's not as common as the blackberry. One of the ways to distinguish this plant from the blackberry is by having a look at the leaves. On a dewberry, there are only ever 3 leaflets. This is in contrast to a blackberry, which, as you probably know, can have 3 or 4 or 5 leaflets. Whereas, like I say, the dewberry only ever having 3. It's got the classic rose family characteristic of the oval leaves, quite noticeably serrated. The stem, although tricky to see in the windy conditions here, the stem is noted for not having as many prickles. Very loosely covered in quite small thorns. Now this plant will hybridise with other members of the Rubus family, such as the raspberry and the blackberry, the stone bramble and a few others. But I say the true plant will only ever have 3 leaflets. And when flowering, unlike the blackberry, which can have all those distinctive pinky white colours, the dewberry only has white flowers. Later on in the year, with the fruits, in contrast to the blackberry's deep purple hue, the dewberry will have fruits that consist of fewer individual drupelets, the individual berries, and those clusters typically maybe only have 8 to 12 individual drupelets in them, and most noticeably covered with a bluish bloom of yeast. The plant is not as sprawling as the blackberry, not as voracious as the blackberry, and the fruits, they're very, very juicy. You may want to actually snip off the stalk rather than try and pick them, because they're likely just to burst. But they're very sweet fruits. So this one's one to keep an eye on.